Hello everyone, welcome to the another lecture of liquid solution. So if you have seen the previous videos, we were discussing there about the colligative property, right? So today also we will discuss the last colligative property, which is osmotic pressure. Okay, so before starting osmotic pressure, I will like to give you some idea regarding the osmosis. So as we all know that this topic regarding this osmosis, it is already present in your class. In biology it is also there, and in junior section also I think you have studied this term osmosis, right? And most of you have some idea about this osmosis. So today the basic idea is that today we have to discuss about osmotic pressure. So osmosis, regarding the osmosis, as you can say that osmosis is what? It is the net movement of what? Solvent particle. Okay, it is the net movement of solvent particle from the region of their higher concentration of the solvent to the region of the lower concentration of the solvent. Okay, or you can just reverse like this. It is the net movement of the solvent particle from the lower concentration of the solvent to the higher concentration of the solution, okay, through semi-permeable membrane is called what? Osmosis, right? So as you can say, in osmosis, when we are discussing about this SPM, semi-permeable membrane, so always keep in mind that it does not allow the movement of solute particle. Okay, so it means the movement of solute particle, this SPM will not allow the movement of solvent particle. Okay, it will not allow the movement of solute particle. Only the solvent particle will move or will pass through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, so regarding this, I hope you have got the idea. It is the net movement of solvent particle from the region of the lower concentration of the solution to the higher concentration of the solution through a semi-permeable membrane is called what? Osmosis, right? So basically today here we have to discuss about the osmotic pressure. Okay, osmotic pressure. So regarding this, when we are discussing about the osmotic pressure, here I have drawn one diagram just to save the time. Just see that here in one side we have taken solution, okay, and in another side we have taken solvent. Okay, so according to the osmosis, what will happen? There will be a movement of solvent particle from the lower concentration of the solution to the higher concentration of the solution. Okay, means suppose here the movement of solvent particle is taking place through osmosis through this semi-permeable membrane. Okay, we have taken two containers, and in that two containers what we have did, we have attached this with a, as you can say that we have attached this with a piston. As you can see that we have attached a piston here, and here also we have put two pistons here. And what we will do here, just see, when here also when we are putting like this only, at that time as you can see here also the pressure is 1 atm. Okay, and here also pressure is P atm, and here also pressure is P atm. Okay, now so here what will happen? Osmosis will take place because we have put here a semi-permeable membrane, right? Osmosis will start here, and as we have put here a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, so now when the osmosis is taking place, means the solvent particle is moving like this, right? When osmosis is taking place, the solvent particle is moving like this, right, from this chamber to this chamber. Okay, now here only the word osmotic pressure arises. It is denoted by pi. Okay, it is denoted by pi. So here the word osmotic pressure arises. So what osmotic pressure is? It is very simple. Just keep in mind that to stop the movement of this solvent particle, okay, from this side to this side. Okay, to stop the movement of solvent particle, what we will do, we will apply here pressure. Okay, to stop the movement, as osmosis is taking place here, there is a movement of solvent particle from this side to this side, right? So what we will do, to stop the movement of this solvent particle from this chamber to this chamber, we will apply a pressure. Okay, we will apply a pressure pi, which is called what? Osmotic pressure. So what we can say that to stop the movement of solvent particle, the pressure is applied. That pressure is called what? Osmotic pressure. I hope you have got this. Let me revise and let me explain you again. We have taken one chamber. Okay, this is chamber 1, this is chamber 2. Suppose this is A and this is B. Okay, A and B, and we have separated this with a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, here when this pressure was not there, so here also P atm pressure was exerted on this piston, exerted by this piston. Okay, this piston was exerting P atm pressure. Okay, here also solution is there. Everywhere solution is there. Don't get confused in that. Everywhere solution is there. Okay, in each and every place solution is there. So before this we have added here one piston and here also one piston. So this piston is also applying P atm pressure to this solution, to this chamber, and this piston is also applying P atm pressure to this chamber. Okay, and since we have separated this with a semi-permeable membrane, as you can see, we have separated this with a semi-permeable membrane, then what will happen? The osmosis will take place, right? So in osmosis, as I have already told you, solute particle will not move, right? In osmosis, solute particle will not move, means from here, this is the solution, means if it is a solution, means here solute solvent both is there. So from this side, solute will not move here. Okay, but as you can see, the concentration of solvent here it is more, right, in this chamber. So what will happen? There will be a movement of solvent particle from this chamber to this chamber. Okay, through this semi-permeable membrane. This is called what? Osmosis, as we have already discussed, right? So the movement of solvent particle started like this. Okay, the movement of solvent particle has started like this, from this side to this side. Okay, now to stop the movement of this solvent particle from this chamber to this chamber, what we will do? We will apply a pressure. Okay, we will apply a pressure. Okay, we will apply a pressure pi. We will apply a pressure pi. Okay, and this pi pressure, the pressure which we are applying to stop the process of osmosis, as you can say that like this, to stop the process of osmosis, whatever the pressure we are applying, that pressure is called what? Osmotic pressure. Understood? I hope all of you are getting this. To stop the movement of this solvent particle from this side to this side, okay, we are applying a pressure. That pressure is called what? Osmotic pressure. Okay. Once again, just see what we can say that to stop the process of osmosis, because when the solvent is moving from this side to this side, osmosis is taking place here in this entire chamber. Osmosis is taking place. So what we can say that to stop the process of osmosis, the pressure which is applied here, it is called what? Osmotic pressure. Right? So I hope it is clear, right? So now, after that, what we have seen that from the experiment, okay, from the experiment, we have got something, okay, from experiment, okay, we have found that this osmotic pressure pi, right, this osmotic pressure pi is directly proportional to molarity. As I have told you in the first lecture only, I have told you that molality and mole fraction concept we will use here. So what we have seen that this osmotic pressure pi is directly proportional to molarity, as well as this osmotic pressure pi, okay, this osmotic pressure pi is directly proportional to temperature also. Okay, this osmotic pressure pi is directly proportional to molarity, as well as what we have seen that this osmotic pressure pi is directly proportional to temperature also, right? So from here, can we write like this? We can write like this, right? As you can see, we can write like this. It is directly proportional to Mt, right? So now what we will do, to remove this directly proportional sign, we will use here a constant term, Okay, we will use here a constant term which is called M R T. So here what we can say that here M is what I am writing here. M is what? Molarity. Okay. T is what? Temperature. Okay. And this R is what? Solution constant. Solution constant. Okay. So this is the formula of osmotic pressure. I hope all of you have understood this, right? Since as we can see from the experiment, we have found that this osmotic pressure pi is directly proportional to molarity. This osmotic pressure pi is directly proportional to temperature. So what we have got, pi is equal to mRT. So this was all about the osmotic pressure and osmosis. I hope all of you have understood this, right? So in the next topic, we will conclude the video here. In the next topic, we will continue with ideal and non-ideal solution. After that, we will discuss about the non-ideal solution showing positive deviation as well as the non-ideal solution and showing negative deviation, which is very important topic as we have seen. We will discuss about that only. So that's all for today, and thank you.